This is the vehicle to load or V2L device that can use your Tesla's main battery by simply plugging it into the charge port, and the other end you can power your appliances on the go. This is amazing for camping as a power backup that I recently experienced with the massive storm. I had power outage for multiple days and this was a lifesaver. So there's a lot of applications for this. Let me show you what it comes with. So this is a really nice carrying case. So already ahead of the game here, because typical V2L I just get in a little cardboard box. So they have a really heavy duty carrying case. It comes with compartment to put all of these devices in. They give you a really nice owner's manual and how to connect to the app and everything. Even there's a quick setting so that you can get it started right away. So this company again has put some thoughts into this. Now on the main component here, what amazed me is that they actually include a power strip. So an extension cord that is heavy duty and waterproof that you can plug it into this device and then take this extension and power any of your electronic. Again, waterproof at this level here. None of the previous ones had done that, so that is already ahead of the game. They also give you a heavy duty cable to charge this because it has an internal battery. So if that battery is dead on arrival, just plug this in. It's a standard USB-C. You can just plug it in right here in the bottom, just remove this and then be able to plug this in, and that is about it. You get two standard ports here, so you can see there's those two ports. There's a power button, the input here, and then there is a LCD screen that shows everything right here. And there are no ports or anything on the side. This is rugged, heavy duty, and then there is those fans on the back to cool this device, so for power management. And this is a thick, heavy duty cable, long enough so it is not a short cable that it needs to stay within the charge port here, so you don't damage the charge port or put additional load. You can just plug this in just like how you plug in your Tesla, and then this device, as you can see, they give you long enough cord to be able to take it outside. So at a very basic level, that's everything what you get. Let's plug something in. So let's get right into the demo. How does this work? So first, as I said, there is an internal battery here. So what you do is you take the NACS connector that is on the other side of this V2L, go over here, plug into your Tesla. Initially, your Tesla is not going to show any light because you just plug something in, but it's not powered. Tesla just thinks it's ready to charge. Now, as soon as you press this button just once, you don't have to press it more than once, you're going to see a little Wetox sign that comes up in the bottom. That is basically showing that this is powering on. So it is going to blink a little bit. Now Tesla is establishing the communication, and now boom, it is good to go. There is a flashing green and it shows right here on the Wetox how much power is being produced. That is how simple it is. Plug it in, press this button, and now you can start using this. So if I was to just take this here and plug it in, you're going to see that light in the back just turn on. That is the power of this. You see how amazing it is, how quick it is. This works great. Here is that screen right here. As you see, it has the Wetox and then it shows the power consumption. So if I was to bring this guy here, the light, and plug this right in here, the light goes and then it shows that it is using 50 watt. So it is live showing you how much wattage it is pulling from here. Now while this is powered on, you're going to see that this is charging, which is really just discharging. I'll explain that in a second. And then it shows that there's power there, how much wattage has been pulled at. If we look at the Tesla's screen, it is actually going to say that we are fast charging here, and it shows 8 hours and 30 minutes remaining, going from 71 to 80% here. It is charging. The way it is saying that is going to be slow because it only thinks that we are pulling in 50 watt right now. So if we add more stuff, it is going to decrease that time, which is reverse, because it thinks that you are charging. So it only thinks that we are putting in 50 watt right now as a charge. So that's why it is showing that. So it shows that it is charging, but in reality, it is discharging. So now there is limitless possibilities, right? Like if I want to go ahead and start heating up the water here, as you see, the light turned on here. That means this water heater is going to be going. Now, I say, give me the code for the coffee maker here. So if I wanted to bring this and plug the coffee maker here, this powered on as well. Now with the water heater going, looks like it is actually pulling in 1437 watt. So 1437 watt with that water heater, and this is fully powering that system. It is super convenient. Just imagine being at a camping site or anywhere and you need to use this. You have it just using Tesla's power bank, essentially the large battery. And if you just do simple things like that, your battery is gonna last forever. Now, as you can see, this is boiling water here. Now, another big benefit is that you get this power strip, the extension. So your appliance could be way over there, and even with this, you can extend this, put it in the table, and then take this out. So you have a long range for you to be able to power your devices using the extension. Now with this, if you're inside the car and need to power your laptop, you can just take this, work from inside while powering everything here. So there is the little light, and if you want to turn this off, you can turn this off from here. You can turn it on, and you see that red light turn on, and you can just plug anything here. So as you can see, this is plugged in using the extension to my oven here, and I'm able to use the oven for air frying or anything here. So when you're done using this, all you have to do is press and hold on to this button here for a little bit. You're gonna see that little sign that says there. Now at that point, the charge port is unlocked because it has white in here. Now I can go take this out, and this is turned off. You can put it away. That is how simple this is. Now let's look at the app here. So it is just the Wetox app. You can scan it and get this app. Now we're gonna hit connect. You see that it is that D connector there, and you can see it is 71% vehicle charge. There's 0 kilowatt. Everything is good. We can do auto power off version. We can power off manually from the app here. We can set a discharge limit. So whatever the discharge is, the battery could cut off automatically if the power drops off on your car. So you can do 10%. You can hit diagnostic, and there's an OTA update here. So if I press on it right now, it says there is no is current right now, so it shows that 0 kilowatt power output. So if I was to go ahead and now take this device here and then plug it in, which is I think 50, it is going to update right here. It's 0.05 kilowatt, which is 50 watt there in the system. So it live shows you everything here and be able to control this. Now from the app too, I can just go ahead and power this off. So as you see, that powers off. Everything stops. You're good to go. Now we can unplug the device. So this is an ultimate test. They say it is IPX5. Let us see. So what I have done is it is plugged in here, and right now it is powering 50 watt to that light. I'm not going to spray water on that light, obviously, because that is not waterproof, but this is waterproof according to them. So you guys better give me a like for this and subscribe, because I'm going out of the way. I'm a little bit nervous, but here we go. There you go. No issue. That is still working. And I accidentally put some water here, so I gotta be careful with that. But this is good to go. We directly pour water and it's still holding up. So as you can see, this is still 50 watt. No issues with the water, and it is powering that light. This specific version that they sent me does not have a true ground. So when I plugged in my mobile connector, it did not charge another Tesla. It just gave me a red warning. So this does not work to charge another vehicle at the moment with this specific version. I also tried with high inductive loads, such as a table saw or a high power shop vac. And with the shop vac, it was only drawing around 1000 watt stable. So it did not trip anything. It worked well. But with the table saw, even though it worked at times, it did trip and gave me a warning sign. And that's because this can draw at times, even for a split of a second, it could draw like 4000 to 6000 watt, which this is not meant to. They're very sensitive right now as they're programming it. If you power in high power draw heating appliances like induction cooktop, electric grill, or a water boiler, it can easily handle around 1800 watt per device without breaking a sweat. Now, we have shown you similar products in the past that do the same thing, but this product is way better in my opinion, and here are a couple of reasons. First, Wetox is a very reputable company and direct consumer model. So this is the factory that is making it, so you have direct connection with the factory. This is not a white label product where somebody else resells it. So that already takes a big advantage, because if you have any issues, you can directly go to them. This also has an app support, so that if there is any software update in the future that Tesla changes something or disabled device like this, they will be able to figure something out through the software. And it is an app. It is not something that you download on a USB, put it in here, nothing. It is an app just like other products, just like Tesla, where they will do OTA update. Now, another thing is that they have exclusive partnership and certifications from a lot of EV manufacturers out there where this is approved to be used with their EVs. And Kettle, that is the largest EV battery manufacturer in the world, actually certified this device to be used with their battery. So that shows you that these people are not just another white label company that is reselling stuff. This is legit. They have a lot of certification. This is also IPX5 waterproof. So you can just throw this anywhere. There could be rain and anything, and this is safe. You can be assured that this is going to protect your appliances or whatever you are powering on. So there's a lot that is going on with this device that makes this device stand out from the rest. They have also figured it out so that the battery climate management does not automatically turn on when you plug this in, because in the past with other devices where as soon as you plug it in, the Tesla starts just blasting the HVAC because it wanted to keep the battery at an optimal temperature, thinking you are charging at a high voltage charging station. But you really are not doing that. You're just discharging a little voltage out of the battery, so you don't really need that battery. So it is not wasting energy, because in the past it was wasting a lot more energy by turning on the HVAC system, battery management system. This one, it is not doing that, so they figured out a way to bypass that as well within the Tesla system. So that saves you some energy. So where can you check this product out? It is in Kickstarter, and normally I don't do Kickstarter product because they don't send me a prototype even, but these guys actually sent me the whole unit. It is ready to go. They say that after this deadline of the pledge here, they're just going to start shipping it because, they have all of this already ready to go. So this is where you can get it. There's a direct link to Kickstarter. It is an affiliate link. We earn a very small commission, no additional cost to you. Greatly helps us bring videos like this in the future. Right now, you can read about all the campaigns and everything. You can go through it. The rewards is where you go. It is 50% off right now of the retail, so $749. We have definitely seen V2L devices upward of $1,200 to $1,500 in the past, so this is a pretty good deal in my opinion, compared to other products. We have shown you similar products, so this is a 50% off for a limited time right now. Looks like there are like 73 backers, and you can go over here and look through the comments. People have been asking directly questions, and they have been answering what it is and everything. So if you wanted to read through that as well, that is open to you all, and you can just hit back this product and back it. Just know that it is a Kickstarter. You're not directly buying it. There is a little bit of risk with the Kickstarter products, and there has been some risk in the past, but these guys, as I say, they seem pretty legit. They have a good foundation and everything, so I have a good feeling about this. But again, do this at your own risk, but that's how you can back this project and start getting the shipment. Now, we do have to address the elephant in the room, which is Tesla. Tesla has not officially accepted this, approved this. There's only a few models that they have, like Cybertruck and Model Y Performance, which can do V2L officially. But this is all the non-official way of doing things. We have used it in the past, but do understand that it comes with a risk, because Tesla has not certified Wetox. Even though Wetox has certifications from other EV manufacturers and the battery manufacturers, Tesla hasn't officially said this is approved to be used on our Teslas here. So there's going to be always risk with the warranty. There's always going to be the risk with using something that is not approved officially by Tesla. So just keep that in mind. Benefit is amazing, but at the same time, there is that risk that this is not officially approved by Tesla. As safe as this company is, not officially approved by Tesla. So if not officially approved by Tesla, how does this work then? Let's talk about the logic here. So when we first take this and plug it into the Tesla's charge port here, as you see, there is no light here. That means that you have plugged something into the Tesla. Tesla is like, hey, I'm ready to charge. You plugged in a charge port, but it does not know what you plugged in. For all intents and purposes, there's no power to your charger. So Tesla is saying, well, you plugged it in, it's empty, there's nothing happening because we haven't activated this system. Now, the minute we activate this system here by pressing on the power button, now this device is communicating with Tesla saying, hey Tesla, I'm a high voltage charging station, like a CCS charger. I'm a fast charger. Can I go ahead and charge you? And Tesla is now checking everything, making sure that the connectors are closed, everything, the communication, it meets the voltage requirement, it meets everything for Tesla to be safe. And then Tesla gives you a green light saying, hey, your device looks good. It looks like a CCS fast charger. It meets all of my requirement. I'm gonna let you charge me. So then you see that Tesla gives you the green light. it starts charging. Now, during that communication back and forth between Tesla and this device, if this device did not meet Tesla's basic requirement to be a charger, Tesla wouldn't have allowed that. It would have given you a red flashing light here saying this device does not meet the grounding requirement, the communication requirement, or other requirement that Tesla has. It wouldn't let you charge. It is going to give you a red light there. You can't charge. So clearly, they have programmed Tesla's protocol within this device to tell Tesla, hey, I am a safe device. I meet all of your requirements. Now let me charge you. So this device is essentially tricking Tesla into believing that this is a high voltage charger, but in reality, it is a discharger, but it does meet all of Tesla's requirement. That is the only reason this works. So all of that communication is programmed into this device for this device to qualify as a CCS fast charger. Now, in the future, if Tesla comes back and say, this is not a CCS charger, your programming does not work for me, I'm gonna stop making it work, so I am going to not let you charge me. Now with normal system that, other brands that are out there that are making it, it might be a paperweight at that time because everything is hard programmed into this system. With the Wetox system, you have an app that has an OTA update built into it, so they can reprogram the communication and basically match it with whatever Tesla is accepting at that time. That is just their word though, obviously, right? We don't know what Tesla is gonna do in the future or what, but take that with a grain of salt. But they do have an app built in. So unlike other manufacturers, unlike other products, this does have a little bit of assurance that you're gonna get a software updated to this device so that it will continuously work in the future as well. So what do y'all think about this product? Please let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Would you use it? Are you scared of any battery warranty issues? Anything that you wanna share, your thoughts in the comment section below. I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and come back again soon.